You got to. You got to. The month that we celebrate the deadliest sin of all, which is pride. And, you know, it's just the more and more that I see happening, the more I believe the Bible really did, you know, have some revelations in there. Because you see what's happening. Pride is literally destroying this country. Pride in the wrong things. Pride in sex. How the fuck do you, even as a heterosexual, how do you, like, I guess if you make a woman come, you might have some pride in that. But, I mean, pride in your sexuality has just always been weird to me. Just been weird. A weird thing to have pride in. But yeah. So, I thought I'd just read this because I thought it was interesting to sort of get the biblical take on pride. And how it, you know, how it makes so much sense of why the Bible told us not to celebrate pride in two. I think the Bible, the way it's putting it, is more of like you have to have moderation, and I think pride in the right things, like pride in a good day's work, I think is good. But then you don't get to, like, there's a fine line between pride and cockiness. So I think that's where the Bible is trying to, you know, keep us humble. So I guess these are the takeaways. This isn't quoting from the Bible, but the sin of pride is an excessive preoccupation with self and one's own importance, achievement, status, or possessions. And then you can add, you know, sexual orientation in there now. This sin is considered rebellion against God because it attributes to oneself the honor and glory that only God is due. Pride is the opposite of humility, a character quality that greatly pleases God and one he rewards. The Bible frequently talks of God humbling the proud. So yeah, I just wanted to start it there because I think it's an interesting place to kind of come from. And to I don't think enough people realize that we are celebrating a sin. We're celebrating the deadliest sin of all, which is pride. So I wanted to actually, because I watched this video. Well, since I'm on this, let me start with this because this is where I'm going to go with the fact that they celebrate pride because it's what you're not supposed to do. This is exactly why. They're not ignorant to understanding that pride is one of the deadliest of the 7 deadly sins. They know that. Their point is to celebrate the things that we're not supposed to celebrate because they're Satanists. And I'm going to show you how I'm not even going to connect it. I'm going to let them connect it. That they connect pride and their sexuality and all of this stuff to religion. They see it as they see us as, you know, Christians and people who are religious and believe in God, or Christian principles, let me say, because not everybody that believes in God has the same principles. But yeah, long story short, they're opposing us. We're not opposing them. And I think that's how they've twisted it. They've gotten everybody to believe that we're actually the opposition, when in reality, they oppose us and we're just fighting back. And they connect their pride, their sexual pride to religion directly. So let me start off with this video, because this video has been going around where this Christian gentleman was preaching at a pride event and literally gets arrested. So not only am I going to show you that it's connected to them religiously, but it's also connected to them politically, which you're going to see that the globalist flag, the flag of the New World Order, is the rainbow flag. It's the pride flag. So this is all part of that. This is all part of their authoritarian government. And the pride thing is all attached to them bringing in the New World Order. But you're going to literally see police arresting a man for speaking against pride. Actually, not even speaking against pride, really, just quoting the Bible.
Some more men just showed up to support us. This cop's going to give them a hard time.
I don't. Guys, let them have their. This is public property. With respect. Oh, I'm respecting it. Let them have their event. You know who's cheering for us? The people that are in hell. So you do you, and I'm going to do me. This is public property. You. God is not. That's it. God, this will be brother.
So now he's being arrested for literally saying the word God at a pride event. By these fucking tyrants.
I cannot believe I'm watching this.
I mean, this is crazy. This is fucking insane. This guy is being...
God bless you, brother.
This guy's being carried away in cuffs because he said the word God. Because to them, again, they're Satanists. So to say the word God at them is opposing them. To me, that's them exposing themselves. I mean, this whole thing is always being directed right at Christians. That Christians are trying to take away trans rights and are against homosexuality. It's like it's okay. I mean, the fact is that they're the least accepting people. They're the least tolerant people on the planet. So for them to preach at any of us about not accepting a lifestyle, they don't accept Christianity. They don't accept living your life by any principles that oppose them, really. I wanted to show you this though, because before I get into the teachers, because this is where it goes into why the indoctrination, I believe it's just to weaken people. It's just to weaken us. It's to divide us also. But it's also to depopulate, sterilize us. It's for us to choose sterilization. They found a way. And they just basically just made it a lifestyle. So I wanted to because I had this moment where I was watching this video. And basically, this is Pride Month, the kickoff to Pride Month in a school. And basically, I want you to go back in time, because for some reason it just made me do that when I watched this video, and I pictured myself a young impressionable child, not knowing about anything in the world. Maybe not anything, but not knowing about a lot. Being very naive, and I was thinking, if I were a kid going into school, how would I take this? Because basically you're just going to see that they've decked out the entire school with pride and all this stuff. But I want you to watch this and put yourself in the shoes of kids and think of this. A lot of people have this reverence for like Bill Nye the Science Guy, and I'm gonna break it to you. Bill Nye the Science Guy always sucked. He always sucked. He was always a fucking idiot. The fact is that the only reason we have reverence for him is because every time we watched him, it was because we were in school. And kids, the way we take it is, oh, we have a day in science, which is a fucking subject that most of us hated. But we get to just watch a movie. And take notes, answer a questionnaire while I watch Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's an easy fucking day. So I believe we really built that reverence for Bill Nye the Science Guy because he gave us easy days in school. So the reason I'm telling you that is because I want you to take this the way that a child would. And when I was watching it, I looked at it and I said, if I was a kid, I would think Pride Month is the greatest thing ever. And that's where the indoctrination comes in. So I'm going to play it and kind of take it from that perspective. Tell me if you felt the same way. Also notice the lunacy. Why is there music playing? Now, what I'm saying is that, first off, let's comment on this. Let me comment on this. There's no tradition or morality or any kind of rhyme or reason to what they're doing here with Pride Month. It's not like the holidays, Christmas, where there's a theme to it, there's a story, there's a lore, there's, tradition, morality to it, time for giving, that kind of thing. There's a lesson to be learned. This here, there's nothing. It's empty. There's no substance. It's just a bunch of, let's make this the funnest month ever for kids. So that when they're capitalizing on that thought, that when kids look back at their days in school, they're going to look back at Pride Month and go, that was so great. You remember Pride Month? The teachers were nicer. I didn't even get in trouble. They were giving out candy. They played music. Oh my God, it was amazing. That's what they're doing. And obviously they're going further. They're bringing in sexual books and literature and fucking basically pornography. They're putting it in the libraries. Of course that's going on. But this is from the surface level. This is the promotion of it. This is the way to get the kids in. It's all to indoctrinate. And let me try to use a better word. Witness, because it's their religion. To them, they're witnessing to these kids. They're saving these kids' lives. They're bringing these kids, closer to some kind of humanity or something, some kind of bullshit. But then if a kid fucking goes against it, goddamn, poor child probably gets ostracized and yelled at. But let me show you now this teacher. Now, this was Canada. But, Canada, where we're always a couple steps behind. As a matter of fact, I don't even know anymore. It's that fucking out of there that I don't even know who's ahead in the gay race. I don't know what country is gayer anymore, Canada or America. Basically, a teacher berates Muslim students for choosing to abstain from participating in the celebration of Pride Month at schools. I'm surprised she actually yelled at Muslims. Surprised this isn't even Christian, but that's where it shows you that it's just Satanists. Any belief in God. Any kind of faith that's not based in having faith in fucking political figures and shit. All right, so I'm going to play this, and you're going to hear how this person, I guess, compares it or directly says that this is a religion. Listen to this. It's just audio, by the way.
Well, I'll tell you, you are out to lunch. If you think it's acceptable to not show up because you think there's some pride activities going on at school, right? Oh, that's fine. Because I'm going to show my opinion by hanging out at the mall. But meanwhile, all of those kids who are, involved in, say, the Gay Street Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school. They're here when we did Ramadan for Lion Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right? For your beliefs. It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion.
Now, by the way, the people that are all about tolerance, all about acceptance, this is the way they treat people who don't believe what they believe. Not only that, listen to the inflection. The people who accept your religion, meaning the way I felt it was that she was saying, well, this is our religion, so you need to accept this. Also, that's not how free speech works. And I know this is Canada. They don't have free speech. But I just want a lot of people who are in the comments on this who are agreeing that this is right, and they're Americans. Free speech doesn't work that way. I don't have to accept what you say. That's not free speech. That's actually forcing me to accept something that I don't want to accept. I don't even have to listen to you. That's my choice is that I don't have to listen. That's my freedom. And that's where they get it twisted. Is that you have to accept, you have to listen, you have to participate. Because they participated in Ramadan. Who participates in that? Highly unlikely. Or maybe because it's Muslim, they forced students to participate in that. I could believe that. But that's not how any of this works. That's not how free speech works. I don't have to listen. I don't have to buy into your religion. And also, your sexuality is not a religion. It's not the same thing. Actually, I don't even think sexuality itself. I think discrimination against sexuality is against the Constitution. I don't think, for instance, pedophilia. It's illegal. And that's exactly what's going on, is people are trying to say that it's a sexuality, it's a sexual identity. So they're using the Constitution and twisting the Constitution to protect illegal shit, to protect sick fucks in this world, in this country, I should say. Let me just continue what she's saying. But that's where I think we need to understand certain things to combat what's going on. Tell them it's not a religion. I don't even believe in sexual identity, to be honest. I don't even know what that means. My sexual behavior is not my identity. I think that's such a stupid... I don't walk around introducing myself as a heterosexual. It's such a useless... that couple seconds to say that is a waste of time to me. And listen, a lot of gays that walk around announcing their sexual... You don't need to. We know. We know you're a queer. We could tell. Your
color of skin, your whatever, then you better give it back to people who are different from you. That's how it works. It's an exchange. And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. If you believe that kind of thing, then you don't belong here. Because that is not what Canada believes. We believe
Why are you
in
gay?
freedom. We believe that people can marry whomever they want. That is in the law. And if you don't think that should be the law, you can't be Canadian. You don't belong here. And I mean it. I really mean it. And it's not a joke, Mansour. I said back and forth. You want it, you got to give it.
No.
It just makes me angry.
It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You fucking pederast. So yeah, these people are forcing... This is, to me, forcing a child to participate in homosexual activities. That's exactly what it is, 100%. And you see, again, look how they try to play it off. I'm only I'm only trying to spread the message of my religion. That's all it is. Yet their religion is sex. But that's, again, let's take it back to the Bible. That's what happens. That's the result when you have pride. One of the deadliest of the 7 deadly sins, not only one of them. That's the result of having pride in something. Too much pride in something.